Agriculture is an industry that works both in and with nature. Therefore, agriculture is also responsible for ensuring that the ecological balance of the environment is maintained. Various methods and measures have already been developed to integrate ecologically valuable sectors into agricultural practice. For example, by establishing conservation fallows on economically unattractive areas such as sandy parts or floodplain sections of a field. Multipart and differently structured zones are being created, which are ecologically extremely valuable. There are numerous nature conservation funding measures available throughout the EU. Unfortunately, the application rate varies significantly in the different EU countries. In Germany, for example, the Ecological Focus Area report shows that only a few measures, like fallows and catch crops, dominate, while other very important measures for nature conservation, such as buffer strips, are very little implemented. But why is that? A number of surveys show that complicated application procedures, high sanction risks, and the large management effort scare many farmers away from applying for nature conservation support measures. With NatApp, we combine the great potentials of digitalized agriculture with integrative nature conservation, and at the same time reduce the workload and costs not only for farms, but also for authorities. Starting from the selection, planning, and application for the nature conservation measure, to the correct installation and processing, all the way to the legally secure documentation in accordance with the funded program. Instead of having to dig through pages and pages of regulations on the countless nature conservation measures, you can conveniently display all the measures that are suitable for you and your farm on the NatApp website with just a few clicks. The practical filter function allows you to find the perfect measure for you in no time. You will quickly and easily find out everything you need to know about each measure, such as the ecological benefit or the amount of funding. Once you have decided on a measure, you can save it in the documentation tool. The documentation tool is your private area where you can import fields and manage measures. No expensive equipment or tedious training is required to use NatApp. Simply take your tablet or smartphone into the tractor and you are ready to go. For each measure you will find all the relevant steps for a successful and legally compliant implementation in NatApp, like registering the flour mixture you are using, for example. NatApp keeps track of which steps are completed and which are still pending. By using the navigation function, even people who are not familiar with your farm can take care of the nature conservation measure, since NatApp always guides you to the correct field. NatApp is an easy-to-use tool that offers systematically processed information directly in the field and thereby creates security when dealing with subsidized measures. The lane tracking function automatically registers the processed area and thereby documents the correct location of the eligible area. Stop recording in NatApp as soon as you have finished processing the measure. NatApp even tells you exactly where and how to take photos in order to document the measure in a legally compliant manner. At this point, you have not only carried out the measure within the shortest possible time, you have also completed the entire documentation and you can be sure that you have complied with all regulations. But NatApp not only helps farmers to find, implement, and document suitable nature conservation measures quickly and easily. Authorities can also work more efficiently with NatApp. A large number of time-consuming visits to the farm become unnecessary as the inspector has instant access to all of the data, such as type of conservation measure, size, location, photos, and much more. At the moment, the NatApp pilot project is running in 4 German federal states. In the future, however, NatApp will be implemented nationwide with state-specific measures as well as cross-state programs. There are various application and expansion options for NatApp. For example, for projects such as Agora Natura or any other program that is in need of a proper monitoring tool. And by integrating other digital tools like satellite data, apps for weather forecasting or species identification, as well as the connection to farm management systems, NatApp can become an even more powerful tool than it already is today.